Last time on Long Distance Dungeons & Dragons Dinner Theater, Aristocles and Kid looked for a home to rob in the frontier town of Poda, and chose one inhabited by an overjeweled old woman and her doting son. After a lot of planning, they snuck into their home at night, while the two were sleeping, and ended up burning them to death in their kitchen before escaping with the old lady's jewelry. After reviewing their first heist, the criminal duo planned their next caper, while in the nearby desert, Viva Caligula slept beneath a mound of sand. And now, Long Distance Dungeons & Dragons Dinner Theater continues. You wake up with a mouthful of sand. Roll me another Constitution save.
Another 14.
Alright, you cough up most of the sand. Your mouth is full of sand, though you're covered in sand. You are caked. You've been buried. You need to roll me a strength check to pull yourself out above the sand.
Ah, fuck, that's a 6.
Alright, you can't seem to pull yourself out from under the sand. You're buried under a mountain of sand. You're choking on the sand.
Alright, well then I guess I'll, since I'm probably going to start panicking, I'll go into rage, which will add me +4 strength and con.
Alright.
I'll try to roll it down.
Alright, you go into a rage and try to dig out really crazily.
That's +7, that's 24.
Yeah, 24. You just dig like crazy, man, and you reach the surface of the sand. You pull out and you take a big, deep breath of that desert air, that dry desert air, but you feel good to be out from under the ground. The storm seems to have stopped. It's daytime. The wind is still blowing. It's still blowing some sand around really lightly. It's still tingles when it hits you, but it's definitely not a violent storm like the one you walked out into. But you're in the middle of the desert, far away from anything really.
I'm actually going to take out my bedroll and kind of wrap it around me a little bit to shield myself from some of the sand and try to get my bearings, figure out where I am since I've been unconscious for so long.
Alright, roll me a survival check to get your bearings, to find north.
17.
Oh yeah!
Yeah, that's enough for you to figure out true north and discern at least what directions are which. You can determine now north, south, east, or west, and all the cardinal directions, so you can head in a certain direction from here, but you feel like you're probably somewhere lost in the middle of this desert.
And I can't go back to the city because I don't have any gold.
I would say with a knowledge geography, you might know which direction the city is, and you might know a little more about the surrounding area. Do you have a map, or would you like to see a map? Because a knowledge geography would give you more of that kind of information.
I do not have a map.
I got a map. If you
Roll a knowledge geography, maybe you'll know the map. You'll know enough.
I don't have knowledge geography, I only have knowledge nature.
No.
But you can roll with this plus your intelligence. So, yeah, maybe you do.
15.
Alright, that's enough for him to show you the map for 15 seconds.
I want to start traveling southeast.
Alright, you start heading southeast from your general direction. Alright, you encounter a stampede of some sort of large herd animal, like an auroch, sort of like oxen. I need you to roll a survival check to avoid the herd, or deal with the trample.
Fuck. 9.
How about an acrobatics check?
So yeah, if you roll a really low survival, the herd's gonna get you, but you can roll an acrobatics to try to when the herd's there, you can just tumble over it and stuff.
I also have uncanny dodge too.
Yeah, you can add that to it.
Alright, so yeah, you're screwed.
So the herd is coming right for you. You don't have time to get out of the way, so you at the last moment try to dodge them.
Wrangle one.
That's 16 acrobatics.
Alright, that's just good enough to jump out of the way, and you just barely managed to avoid being trampled on. You should avoid this large herd that was heading south. It's being chased by two cattle wranglers that seem to have lost control of this herd.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm going to do a perception check and see which direction these cattle ranchers are trying to go and try to follow them.
Alright.
Well, they could turn. They're following the cattle. That's a 24 on perception.
Alright, they seem to be heading a little bit southwest of you.
Alright, I'm going to catch up with them,
And how do you intend to catch up with them? Since they are on horseback. You're just going to follow them.
And I've got fast movement as well, so I have twice my movement speed.
Alright, because you're still enraged.
Yeah, so...
Alright, you're going to follow these guys. You're going to follow these guys in your rage.
Yeah, so 60 feet. So yeah, I've got 60 feet running. So I'm going to try and catch up with them and get up with the herd, see if I can help them out with it real quick.
Alright, yeah, how do you propose to do that? I'll say that you're fast moving, you're able to at least kind of keep up with them. So you're in front of the herd right now, so if you want to do something to help gain control of this herd, I'll allow it.
I got handle animal, so I'm going to see if I can slow one down a little bit. Or I can... No, I don't want to intimidate him.
Yeah, right.
Maybe hope it's like herd mentality if you can.
I do have ride.
Handle animal and ride, right?
Yeah. Alright, so I'll see if I can handle a front animal or front of the herd. See if I can slow him down.
Yeah, you just jumped out of the way of one, and now you're gonna try and take control of it. I like it.
Yeah. So that's a 16 on handle animal.
All right, so it's in a panic and it's stampeding. So it's kind of hard to get control. It doesn't really calm down, but you do feel like if you rolled a good enough acrobatics, you could probably leap on its back and try to ride it.
All right, I'll try and hop on, see what I can do. Oh, that's a good 20.
Yeah, you hop right on the back of that fucking thing and ride it real good. You're a natural rider.
Alright, so
This
I'll
is like
do a
some
ride.
rodeo type shit.
I'll ride check and come around.
Ride and wrangle.
Yeah, ride and try and like slow.
You're gonna try and circle the rest of the animals and slow them down. I like it. All right, man, this is some real life shit.
City slicker shit.
Yeah, it's the city slickers.
That was a 16 on ride. So.
Alright, so that's gonna be good enough for you to at least control the animal enough to try to maneuver it in a circle. I'll say it does slow down the stampede some. At least enough for these other herders to catch up and help you circle it. You have aided them now in slowing down this herd. And they'll ride up to you and say, "Oh gee, thank you partner, we sure do appreciate your help. That herd just somehow got away from us in the end of that sandstorm. We didn't know what we was gonna do. If they made it all the way to Fort Zebu without us, we was gonna be in big trouble."
Well, I saw people in need and I decided to help.
Oh, you sure are such a nice fellow. I have to tell my captain about you. I have to recommend you.
Oh, word. Well, why don't I just ride with you and we'll go together. Meet him in person.
Alright, so you ride south of them towards Zebu, where they are delivering this herd of cattle as food for the troops at Fort Zebu, which you have now gleaned. You're arriving at Fort Zebu, which is surrounded by a large sandstone wall, pretty heavily fortified. It's near the mountains. They're very small mountains here. It seems like it's a place that has a propensity for violence. As you ride into the city, delivering these cattle, you see definitely some bar brawls and stuff going on when you enter the city. Seems a lot of people fighting about gold and mineral rights and things like that. So yeah, you guys ride into town. They deliver these cattle. They get paid. They do give you 20 gold for your service, for your help. And they thank you.
So, let me meet this captain fellow that you talked so highly
Yeah.
about.
They take you to the captain of the guard here at Fort Zebu, a man named Randolph Huxley. He works for the sheriff here in town. The sheriff has a pretty large force here. He has pretty much a small army, but they're mostly concentrated in this town. Although, like I said, they're here to protect the town, though they don't seem to be stopping a lot of the violence that goes on in town. They seem to be protecting the assets of the town. Travelers can come and go. They are able to take taxes from people, so this place mainly stays open because people that are protected by the fort pay the fort to stay open, basically. They pay for the protection out here in the wilderness. After your honorable service helping those ranchers bring those cattle here, you know, he hears about the cool move you did riding that cattle and slowing it down and stuff. We'll offer you position in the guard.
Word. This ain't a soul kind of contract by chance, is it? Because I'm already kind of taken.
There's no contract. It says, you know, it's just a job. So, you know, you get paid for showing up and helping protect the peace and stuff. We, like I said, collect taxes, and the sheriff pays us a portion of the taxes collected to help keep the peace.
I'm looking for a certain Kitsune. You might have heard of him. Goes by the pseudonym of the Shadow Fox, by chance.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he nods and says, "Oh yeah, I got some wanted flyers here," and he points up to the wall in his office. You see a picture of Jacques Arbray, Shadow Fox. Pretty good drawing of him.
Yeah, I'm looking for that guy.
I say, well, a lot of our men are looking for that guy. There's a big reward on his head. I mean, you know, it's illegal to go out hunting a man without a license, right?
Oh, I never said anything about hunting. I just want to find him.
Well, joining the city guard's a great way to get your license to do so.
Let's get that paper.
First we need
You
to
shoot out 30 gems. Been there, done that.
Yeah. You join the Fort Zebu City Guard, and they set you on patrol around some of the saloons. Basically, your job will be to make sure people are paying their proper taxes in town at all the establishments. You're basically going to be like collecting fees for people on the regs for whatever reason you feel like.
Sounds like my kind of job. Untrustworthy.
Yeah, it becomes pretty evident pretty quickly that you're basically just taking bribes. But there's a lot of money in town. Like I said, you're near the mines, so a lot of miners come through here. A lot of gold and things like that travel through this town. There you are. You're on the guard. They issue you a badge. You now have the right to enforce law here in this town. You do have to take orders from Randolph and the sheriff. But
Heard.
otherwise, you're free to just patrol the town and prevent any law breaking from going wrong, whatever you determine that to be. They seem to have a pretty loose set of laws. It's pretty much determined on a guard-by-guard basis. So you pretty much determine what you think the laws are and enforce them yourself.
Word.
There's not really any kind of formal training here. They just give you a badge and say, enforce the law.
Sounds awesome.
And let you loose, they kind of let you loose in the town. So you're now a law enforcer in Fort Zebu. Leaving Fort Zebu, you will not have any right to enforce the law, but because of your badge, you will have the right to bounty hunt on account of the town. So if you do go out on a bounty, you have to say it's for the town, and you have to share your bounty with the town.
I can live with that.
Alright. So there you are, loose in town with the badge. Do whatever you like.
Get ahead to the closest saloon that I can find.
Alright, that's not hard. There seems to be a lot of saloons in town. Like I said, a lot of money, so people tend to drink and whore up a lot here.
Alright. Head up to the barkeep.
Alright.
And have myself a drink.
Alright, 1 gold for a pint.
I'm slap the badge down on the bar real quick.
He's gonna pull away the pint and instead pull out the squirt and say, I mean, 5 gold, sir. That was a joke about the ale.
No, it's cool. I'll have that ale.
Alright, he pulls the ale back out and he says, okay, you're one of them types.
I like to get down.
Alright, so he sells you the ale for 1 gold.
As I drink, I want to do a perception check around the bar and kind of see what's happening. That's a 22. Oh, sorry, 23.
Alright, there's some miners arm wrestling. There's 2 old miners arguing about a claim. Some guys playing cards. Some guys drinking at the bar. You can hear some whoring activity going on upstairs. The grunts and moans of sexual activity.
The grunts and groans of sexual activity.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to go up to the dudes arguing about a claim and be like, something I can help you gentlemen with?
Alright, the 2 of them see your badge, which I assume you put back on after slamming on the bar, and say, oh, sorry, officer, we're not, don't mean no harm, it's just my friend here and I both stumbled across a claim of mine. We both feel like we have some sort of right to it. I say, finders keepers, losers weepers, and he says, well, I found it first. But he wasn't there when I found it, you see. I found it after he found it, but he lost it by then, because he forgot where it was, and I refound it, and he says it's the same place that he found. But I say it's my place now that I found it.
I see what's going on here.
And his friend says, no, that's not what happened. I found it first, and I just left. I left to go get lunch, and while I was gone, my friend, I think he'd been following me, and he went in my mind. And then when I was out on lunch, I took a nap, and then I had a dream, and then during the dream, I found a different mind in my dream, and then I got confused, and then after lunch, I had trouble finding it again. He didn't believe me that I found it earlier when he showed me it, but I had found it earlier that day.
Well, why don't we all go there together and we'll sort this out?
Alright, roll me a diplomacy check for that.
That's 18.
Well, surely we can trust a man of the law to help us settle this in some equitable manner to satisfy all parties.
Let's go, gentlemen. I ain't got all day.
Alright, they lead you out to the mine, to the area that they both are claiming as their own. So roll me a survival check to follow them through the mines.
13.
Alright, not great. You have trouble keeping up with them. They seem, even though they're older guys, they must spend a lot of time in the mines. They're much more agile than you in this area.
I have low light vision too, so I can probably still see them.
Yeah, you still see them pretty well. You're not losing or anything. You just tell that they get along a little bit better in this environment than you. They're crawling through little crevices and stuff. And eventually leads you into a tiny mine that has a large chunk of gold ore inside.
Alright.
And they say, see, I say, this hunk of gold is mine. The other guy says, no, this one's mine. I found it. He says, well, you can't carry it. He says, well, you can't carry it neither. And he says, well, I still found it, so it's mine. And apparently this is a pretty large hunk of gold, probably the largest one found in quite a while here.
Alright, gentlemen, let's do this. Why don't we say you both found it, it's both your hunk of gold, but at the same time, technically, it belongs to the city. So, it's still yours, but some of it is all of ours, too.
He said, no, we found it out here in the mines. The mines are outside of the fort. We didn't even bring it inside the fort yet. You can't go taking taxes before we even brought it into the city.
I could just kill you.
Alright, roll and intimidate.
10.
They both pull out pistols.
God damn it!
And they say, go ahead and try, son. Let's roll for initiative.
I am gonna pull out my scroll of cause fear.
Alright.
fucking scare the shit out of me.
You have to roll for initiative before you can use your scroll, though. So
Damn it!
I rolled an 18 and a 20 for initiative, so
17.
yeah. So they both beat you. All right, but he rolls a 2 for his shot, so he misses. Another guy rolls a 9 plus 7, so 15 versus your AC.
16.
So yeah, the other guy just barely misses. So they both fire off shots but miss you.
Well, first I'll read my scroll and cause fear. Again,
Alright, so roll a spellcraft to read your scroll.
Or do you have, spellcraft?
oh, fuck, that's a 6.
Yeah, you have trouble reading the scroll properly in this intense moment of being shot at and stuff. I'll consider that like a swift action for you, even though if you would have casted it, that would have counted as a standard, but because you read it and fucked up, I'll let you still have a standard because I'm really nice.
Aw, I'm very nice man.
Thanks, Brian.
Yeah, I love you, Joey. Give something else a try since I'm giving you a second chance.
Well, I'll go into rage, and I'll swing at dude number 1.
Right, you go into your rage, you swing, so roll an attack versus dude number 1.
It's a 1920. Yeah, that's a crit.
Alright, that's a hit and a crit on guy number 1.
Woo!
That's 2d6 times 2, so 15. Oh, plus 4, so 19. This is where I get
That's a 19 plus 7, so 25 versus your AC, or 26 versus your AC.
Yeah.
And then that's a 23 versus your AC.
That's also a hit.
That's not going by touch AC.
Oh yeah, touch AC, so your touch is even lower. So
It's still hit.
Yeah, that's not.
you only take 5 damage though. The bullets just like graze you. So you take 5 damage as they shoot at you.
Can I throw some intimidation?
Can he,
Yeah.
ragefully read the scroll? Like, he reads the scroll so fucking hard.
Maybe, but I might give him a failed chance because spells require concentration. So if he did do that, I'd probably make him roll a percentage chance for fail.
Alright, I'll try and intimidate dude that I already just, beat down on.
Yeah, you can do it as a swift action. That's fine.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to intimidate him and be like, you need to fucking quit it, because I will kill you.
All right.
Next!
Found it.
Nat 20.
That's right.
So yeah, that guy holds his gun up, holds his hands up, says, Carl, come on, man. It's not worth it, right? It's not worth it. It's just a hunk of gold. You know, we're best friends. We'll find another hunk of gold, man. You and me, gold brothers for life. You know what I mean?
Gold brothers.
It's all about the hunt for the gold anyway. We don't really care about the gold. We care about the search for the gold. You know, just let him have whatever he wants, man. But Carl doesn't agree.
Oh, Carl.
He fires one more time. That's a 22 versus your AC. Touch. Only does 3 damage though, as he pierces your skin just lightly again, or hits your armor, and just it's like when someone shoots a flak vest or whatever. It still stings quite a bit. You felt it. Whatever happened, you felt it a little bit.
Alright, well, it looks like Carl's about to get fucking hit. So, yeah, I'm gonna swing on Carl, since he tried to shoot me.
Yeah.
Carl's such a dick.
Really? Fuck that
A
guy.
pudding eating motherfucker.
And that one was
That one. Oh.
Alright, you swing it, Carl, and fall prone. You trip on a rock and fall down the ground. Carl's gonna call shot head.
Uncanny dodge.
Alright, how's that work? What do? You get a reflex save or something?
Yeah, it just says that I can move faster. Can't be caught flat-footed or lose dex bonuses to AC if somebody's invisible.
So you're not gonna suffer the AC negative for being prone.
Yeah, I still have the same thing.
Yeah, it's still a hit though, but it's not gonna, it's been the same thing as before. It's not gonna kill you. You do take 6 damage this time from the gunshot to your head. So you got a nice chunk of flesh missing out of your head somewhere, but
Savage,
Yeah.
Carl.
It's totally cool.
it's gonna leave a mark.
So I'll stand up.
As your move action.
Yep.
Yes.
And
Alright.
then I'm gonna use an incendiary cloud bomb.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking
Boom.
toss it right now.
Throw it at Carl. Alright, roll me
Yeah.
a ranged attack versus Carl. Throw the bomb at him.
Yeah, so 15.
Okay. It doesn't hit him directly, but it hits the area around him, so he'll deal with the cloud, but not the direct hit.
Can that catch his gunpowder on fire in his gun and have it blow up in his hand?
I like it. I'm gonna roll a percentage chance for it because it's a good idea. I like the way that sounds. I rolled 52, so I'll say that his gun at least gets really hot and he drops it. So there's a cloud of fire, his gun gets hot, he drops it. He takes some of the damage. We'll say like 1d6 he'll take.
Yeah, that's 2 damage.
Alright, that's the same thing I rolled, that's funny.
Yeah.
Dagnabbit!
And there's now a fire in this small cave.
Oh, good.
And Carl and Steve or whatever are separated by the fire. You all kind of have this fire in between all of you now.
It's gonna eat up all the oxygen. Get out of there.
Yeah, so I was like, I can leave you here to die, or we can all get out. The choice is yours.
Come with me if you want.
Alright, roll me a diplomacy check for we all get out.
12.
Alright, it's not very diplomatic, so now that you tried to kill his friend Carl, Steve's gonna shoot at you too.
Uh-oh.
That's a 22 versus your AC.
I'm hit.
That's a 4 damage.
Dang, Steve.
The worst part is I thought Steve was cool. Yeah, I thought Steve was cool too. He's, complete.
I love you, Carl!
I wish I could quit you.
I wish I could quit you, Carl. But I can't.
Alright, well, I'm going to drink a cure moderate. 5.
I'll let that be your move instead of a standard. I'll say you rifled through your bag and grabbed some potions and drank it as a move. And I'll let that be a move.
Action.
Well, it's a move and a swift.
Yeah.
Swift move.
Yeah. So you just
I
have your
got
standard
8
left.
back. I got 8 HP back. And you said there's like a wall of fire between us, right?
Yeah, you're all being separated by this big, bomb that you threw down. It's kind of in between all 3 of you. You all kind of leapt out of the way, and there's just a fire separating all 3 of you. The ball of gold is in the middle of the fire.
Melting.
No, weirdly enough, it's not melting.
What?
And weirdly enough, it was perfectly spherical.
Grab that shit. That's some kind of crazy magic thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for it. Going for the gold.
Good. Don't put your hand in the fire.
Are you gonna run through the fire?
Jump into the fire.
When you are enraged, that's pretty much the kind of thing you would do while you're enraged. You're like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, acrobatics over the flame and go for the gold.
Alright, roll me an acrobatics to leap over the flames.
That's a 19.
Alright, yeah, you were able to dodge the flames. Now roll me a strength check to grab the golden orb.
Oh, sweet. That was a natural 19 plus 7, so 26.
Alright, so you, in a rage, yank this golden orb from this rock pillar that it's on. It's like stalagmite that it's stuck on top of. You yank it free, and you roll another acrobatics check to leap back over the fire, I guess, with it. And a strength check, because it's really heavy.
18 for acrobatics. And 12 on strength.
Alright, so you leap over the fire. At the last second, you sort of let it slips from your grip and falls down, but you've made it out of the fire, and it's like just barely in the fire. Still not melting, but it was pretty hot when you touched it, and you assume now it's in the fire, it's only getting hotter. I want to let you take 1d6 fire damage, so you take 2 fire damage to your hands from holding the hot golden orb.
Oh.
You got some blisters.
Mm-hmm.
Should have put on some clothes.
Alright,
Should have some other
Another
bits instead of that.
some of
Oh, brother, that's...
Alright, I'm gonna take my bedroll and throw it over the golden orb again to
Alright.
try and extinguish some of that flame so I can pull it towards me.
I'm going to try and suffocate it. I like it. I'm going to see if that works. Yeah, it works. You're able to suffocate some of the flames. You, like, put out some of the flames around it.
Yeah, so then I'll scoop it up, try to sling it over my
Like
shoulder.
a bindle.
Yeah, like a little bindle. Like
Alright, so you're going to try and put the orb in the sack. I like it. Roll me a strength check to grab it.
12.
Yeah, you have trouble lifting it. Steve fires off another shot at you, but misses.
Alright, Steve.
Carl tries to pick up his gun and roll a percentage chance to see if he can or not.
Alright.
He is able to pick it up. It does burn him a little bit. But he does grab it and fire off a shot. It's going to be a 23 versus your AC. Touch.
Yeah.
Does 6 damage.
Well, alright, I'm gonna try to pick up the gold orb again in my rucksack.
Alright, you try one more time to heave ho.
Yeah, yeah, like, shouldn't I have a little leverage since I've got it, like, in something that I can just curl
Yeah,
around?
you've already jerked on it once. I'm gonna give yeah. Do whatever you need to do, man. Just roll it. It's all about the
Jerk it
rolls, dude.
harder.
Just jerk it harder,
Yeah,
dude.
jerk on it.
Alright, that's good. Yeah,
Give it a
that's
full
23.
jerk. Yeah, that's a good enough jerk.
Alright, so I'm gonna pick it up,
You throw the
and
golden
when-
orb over your shoulder.
And with fast movement, I'm gonna go for the fucking cave door.
Alright, you run for the door. I'm going to give you a percentage chance if you make it out or if they get to shoot at you again. Alright, one of them gets to shoot at you.
Whatever,
That's going to be
they're
a 19 versus your touch AC.
about to die anyway.
And they're on a fire. You take 4 damage to the back. One of them shoots you in the back as you flee. But they will die alone in this cave in this fire. You just killed Carl and Steve in this cave fire. They're together. They'll die together, like they wanted to. Best friends forever in this cave fire. You get 800 experience for killing Carl and Steve. Alright, you leave the cave with your gold orb. You make it outside, back out to the desert. The sandstorm has not started whipping up yet. It's still broad daylight. You're just outside the city.
Can I see the city from here?
Yeah, you can see the wall around the city, yeah.
Alright, well, I'm gonna head to it.
Alright.
Look, I don't know what happened to this guy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
You make it back to the city safely with your blanket full of gold orb.
And I'm gonna go straight to my boss's office.
Alright, you go to the sheriff.
Yo, dude. Look what I fucking found.
Oh,
Alright,
no.
so you reveal this gold orb to the sheriff. Roll for initiative.
Whoa, he's gonna try to steal it.
Really? Oh, then yeah, this guy definitely goes first. You wouldn't be suspecting it, so that totally makes sense. Like, you weren't expecting this guy to, like,
Try to murder you.
to murder you. Yeah, the sheriff pulls out a revolver.
What?
So he gets 4 shots off on you.
You got a
You
hero
are going to be
point?
dead. Yeah, you got anything you can do
I'm
about
already
this?
at 2 HP left from fighting Carl and fucking Steve in the cave.
That feels good.
Yeah. Well, here's what you can do. You can just like surrender whenever he pulls the gun out instead of him firing. Do you want to do
That's
that?
what I'm saying, like, wait.
Alright, you say wait. You can see he's got a gun on you. You have no chance to recourse.
I was like, I literally came to you first. Out of every person I could have gone to, I came to you first. I thought we were a team, dog. Like,
No.
I brought you this coin. Why are you trying to kill me right now?
Alright, roll me a diplomacy with that.
15.
Alright, so he still is holding the gun at you, but he hasn't fired. He's not firing you, and he says, well, you're new to the Force, son, and I don't know you too good. He says, well, this orb belongs to the city now. And when I say the city, I mean me personally. So you can go ahead and leave my office if you like.
I would like nothing more.
Alright, you turn around and leave your boss's office.
Well, that just fucking happened. Seriously, the most epic shakedown.
You gotta steal that shit back in the cover of night or something. There's a reason I got
I will never do a nice thing for anyone ever again. Especially if it involves murder.
You just learned your lesson.
It's changed
So
it
if you have a hero point, go back in time and just keep that shit.
I do not have a hero point. I don't even think I have an anti-hero point.
Alright, you back out of the sheriff's office, you're still in town with your badge. You murdered 2 people and didn't get anything out of it except some experience points, but...
And I need to rest now because I'm almost dead. So,
Alright, so where do you intend to rest at?
I'm not going to the same bar that I was at because then people are going to start asking about Carl and Steve. So, the next closest, bar, saloon, inn kind of combo.
Oh yeah, there's a couple. You go to another bar.
Yeah.
It seems to be a pretty rowdy bar. A lot of people dancing in there, like square dancing, I guess.
Fun.
Boot to the moon, jazz hands, boot to the moon,
Ah!
heel turns.
Yes, hands, jazz.
I'm just going to be like, hey, I need a room just for a while. Boys got to rest for the night.
Alright, they have some rooms upstairs that come complete with prostitutes for only 25 gold a night.
Yeah, rent by the hour.
Why not?
You had a big day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
why not?
25 gold, you get a room with a prostitute. They upcharge for services, but they'll talk to you and be in the room with you for 25 gold. If you want anything beyond that, it costs extra.
Oh god, what if they don't?
They'll sleep in the bed with you, but
How much do you have to pay for them to not?
you can't touch them. You can't touch them unless you pay more.
I just want to sleep.
Alright, you
I'm
just
sure she didn't
sleep.
know about this place. She would have loved it.
You just sleep, and the prostitute just hangs out in the room and watches over you.
I gotta fucking recoup my shit since
You
I'm almost
can roll
dead.
1d8 plus your con modifier.
Gives you a sensual massage.
Oh,
That'll cost 1 gold extra.
that's 6.
So you wake up still pretty beat up from the night before, and the prostitute's still sitting there staring at you, waiting for you to leave or pay money or do something.
I'm gonna drink my pure moderate and get my health
Alright,
back
you
up.
wake up and you glug a potion of some sort.
So that's
You chugging a Gatorade after
Yeah.
all that drinking.
So that's 6 and 7. That's plus 13 health. See, I just got screwed by the fucking sheriff.
Oh, yeah. I don't-
You're gonna plot revenge.
Yeah.
I'm really thinking about it.
Get
Fuck
it.
that.
Alright, let's say Viva Caligula goes downstairs to the bar, pays 1 gold for an ale from this bartender, who she also goes through the same rigmarole of like, oh, you're an officer of the law, we only sell scorch here, but he was like, no, I'm cool. And then they sell you ale for 1 gold. You get an ale and you sit there and you ruminate about how you want to get your revenge on the sheriff.
Let's do Alec. Cool.
All right.
Well, I mean, first, was there anything you guys could do to win me some assistance? So when I get there, you want me to set bombs places? Give me something that can help me out here, because I'm willing to help out. But
I mean, Lord Sonan feels like he's already given you a lot. He doesn't have anything like bombs or anything like that he can give you. As a denizen of battle, has learned how to channel his aura in battle, and will offer to teach you how to do so.
Sounds great.
Alright. You will spend a week with Lord Sonan learning how to channel your aura. You can choose one of these 5 ways to channel your aura. Courage, justice, faith, resolve, or righteousness.
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably take righteousness, because it's just the -5 versus evil. That's pretty helpful.
And each of your allies within 10 feet gives a +1 morale to saving throws against compulsion effects. This only works while Alec is conscious. If Alec is unconscious or dead, the aura shuts off. So you have a DR5 versus evil now once you have stayed a week to learn his code of conduct. You're already part of the Blind Light Guilds, so the code of conduct shouldn't be hard, but it just basically is damage against evils because you've read this good book that he's been teaching you out of as a crusader. If you travel west of here, past the city of Foe, when you see the circular grove of trees, you'll know you've reached Hellport. It's south there, it's on the shore. It's a very large city. They should allow you just to walk in. They're not a city that has closed borders, so you should be able to enter freely. Just make sure you keep your intentions hidden. Keep your Blinding Light Guild tattoo hidden very well.
Yeah.
Be careful entering any official buildings with it, because they can detect it if you go through sensors. So they just tell you to be careful there.
Cool. Well, yeah, I guess Bonsai, Caesar, and I will be on our way. Head that direction.
Alright, you head out through the mountains. Safely, you know the mountains pretty well, it's not a problem. You pass the city of Foe, which is looks like it's surrounded in a glass dome. It's hazy to see inside of, but you travel past it because you're not going there. And you head to Nevercrooks. You reach the circular grove of trees. You see a cabal there, sort of worshiping around a fire and dancing and singing.
I want to go up to the gate. I know my first thing Alec would like to do is just go straight to the bar. I mean, because I'm on a mission, but I'm so thirsty. Oh, shit. I'm going to cast Undetectable Alignment on myself.
Smart move. Very smart move.
Yeah. It's like her.
Yeah, they have a tavern here called Bernie's. Bernie's Tavern.
Cool, yeah, I'd like to go there.
Why'd you go to Bernie's Tavern? They have, they basically only do bottle service here at Bernie's. So they sell alcohol by the bottle, which probably is not a problem for you. A lot of the bottles aren't labeled, but they're just kind of you buy a bottle and they grab the shelf and hand it to you.
Well, how much is the bottle?
50 gold, but it has 10 drinks in it, so.
Cool. Yeah, I'll buy a bottle. I'd like to, of course, pour one glass out for someone calm, and then we'll share the rest with the people at the bar.
Alright, you share your drink. I assume you distribute the whole thing. You get drunk, you make some friends here at Bernie's Tavern.
Well, yeah, also I was going to try to use this as an opportunity to try to catch some bar talk and see what's going on in the city.
Yeah, roll me a knowledge local to get the talk of the town and such.
It is a 4.
Yeah, you don't know a whole lot. I mean, the guys that you're hanging with don't seem to give you a whole lot of information about what's going on in town. They seem to be local lawyers. They seem to be really twisted, deformed-looking humanoids. Kind of mutated, disgusting-looking. Seem to be able to hold their liquor, and are not giving out a whole lot of information. They talk about the boring court cases and stuff that they work on, which don't seem to interest you very much or give away much information. It's just boring court cases.
Just kind of go around the bar and see if anything piques my interest. Perception check, see if there's any conversations. Cool. That's a 28.
I mean, there's a lot of people gambling. Seems to be a lot of gambling going on. A lot of heavy drinking, but no one seems to get that drunk. They do have what they call the Hellfire Arena, which people seem to be pretty, there's some buzz about. Called the Pit, also. A place they allow gambling, but it's a fighting arena. It's a fire pit that you fight inside of. And sometimes you'll fight demons or devils in the pit. The local sports, so people are talking about that, like last night's Hellfire Arena. Something they all watch on their scry balls and stuff, their magic balls. I always watch Hellfire Arena, so there's a lot of gossip about the last episode of Hellfire Arena. That's about it. And gambling.
I guess I'll go to the arena and sign up for a fight.
Why don't you go to the Hellfire Arena and try to sign up for a fight in the pit?
Yeah. Also, wait, I want to put the cloak of human guys on Caesar before I go in there, so he just looks like another dude.
Yeah, you can do that.
And come on, just a big guy, big mute, dumb idiot.
So you and a big dumb idiot
Yeah.
come up and like, we want to fight in the pit.
I'm having him carry me like Hodor too.
All right. So they're gonna have a 200 gold registration fee for you guys to sign up, and then if you want to wager on yourself, you can, or you can wager on the other guy and throw the fight. They don't really care here. But so now's your chance to wager before the fight begins.
I'll give it a go. I'll wager 500 on us.
All right, you wager 500 on yourselves. They open up the pit of fire, and they start taking bets from the crowd as you two guys walk up. At first, the ground's just kind of hot, and then after a minute, flames start to erupt from the ground. You guys will start taking 1d6 damage per round now as they announce the fight. So you both take 6 points of damage. Let's see if some way to prevent fire damage.
Okay. I'm gonna cast.
Is it evil fire?
It's just normal fire. I mean, if you could fly or find some way to be not in the fire, that would work too, but currently you're standing in a fire pit. It's about a 40-foot deep pit, fire in the bottom, you're in it, there's one door on each side, you guys come in one door, the other door is currently opening as they announce who your opponent's going to be.
Okay, so I'm not in there yet, right? Because they haven't even announced the other person.
You guys walked in first, they announced you first as you're the challenger.
Alright,
So
cool.
you're in there one round before the challenger, before your opponent comes in.
Did I cast, what's that one? The Endure Elements?
Yeah, you can cast on yourself. I don't know how well it works against fire, but I think it would help you against high temperatures. I don't think it'll prevent any damage, but it'll make you more comfortable. You won't feel as hot.
It's like having an AC.
Yeah. It'll still burn you, but you'll be like, oh, it's not that bad.
Yeah, I'll cast Resist Energy on me and Caesar, I guess. It says ignore 10 or more per specified.
So you resist the 6 this turn, which is all that it does, so you resist all the fire damage this turn with that. And then they announce your opponent. You have to fight 4 Ossiluths, or Bone Devils.
Wow.
So they announce 4 Ossiluths entering the ring. It's like a withered cadaver. It's a bony devil that kind of lurches and grinds its bones as it comes closer to you. They're very large. Comes out to fight you.
It's evil.
And now we get to roll for initiative. I mean, I think it's pretty. It's a devil from hell. I think it's pretty obvious it's evil, even without detect evil.
Definitely evil.
Sweet.
Totally be smoking.
Okay, 18 for me, 25 for Caesar.
All right, so it's going to go 2 of them, then the 2 of you, and then the other 2 of them. 14 roll 24 versus your AC.
Yeah, hit.
That's going to do 11 damage as it bites into you and crunches its bone teeth against your rock body.
Rock hard body.
Do I have to activate that aura, or do I already have it going? You already have.
The aura's going. Your aura's always on.
Minus
5, so minus 5 of that. Second one, 27 versus Caesar's AC as it claws at him. It only does 6 damage.
So he's in 10 feet of me, so.
But he doesn't get the
And he only gets the plus versus compulsion.
I got you. Cool, bro. Should have done this before we even came in. I'm going to do the aspect of the bull, so the strength, so +4. We're +2 to each of us. And then I guess Caesar's going to attack the one that attacked him. Okay, that's 28 on the first attack. That's good.
That is going to be a hit.
31 on the next hit.
Both hits.
18 and 18, so 36 damage. Whew, that's a hell of a
Some good damage. Alright, it's going to be a 22 versus your AC.
Mine's a 22, so let's just hit.
You can roll a reflex save.
25.
So yeah, you only take half of 9 damage, which is, I'll say 5, and then you get damages to 5 anyway, so you take no damage from that.
Oh, stellar.
27 versus your AC.
That's it.
This one swings its tail at you. It's going to be 17 damage. I need you to make a fortitude save as it swings its pointed tail at you.
13.
Alright, so you fail. You take 1d3 strength damage, so you take 1 strength damage.
I'm going to cast one sword on my weapon, so it becomes +5 and goes 2d6 to damage versus evil.
Huh?
And then I'm going to ready my quarterstaff for an attack.
Alright.
And Caesar's going to attack. Same guy that attacked him last time. 21 for the first one, and 25 for the second.
25 is just barely a hit.
What?
But I missed my reflex save, so it'll still take the damage from it.
13.
Alright, now 4 of them go. That's going to be 24 versus your AC.
It's a hit.
That's going to be 12 damage. Plus this poison still affects you, so you take 4 strength damage. Oh, and 3, I'm sorry, you take 3 strength
Does
damage.
he get the roll again?
You make a fortitude save to resist being injured by it. Then he says make a constitution save to break the effect of
It's
it.
an ongoing thing.
Yeah. For 6 rounds.
Big hit.
Didn't care.
Yeah. So yeah, you take that 3 strength damage. Next guy is going to be a 22 versus your AC.
That's just 22.
So you get a reflex save to take half.
23.
Or AC will take half of 7, which
but
is
minus
0. Yeah, so nothing.
I'm gonna attack dude in front of me. Want to just then beat my ass. It's a 27, my first attack.
Hit.
18 for my set. Wait, 20 for the second one. Yeah.
Miss.
So 8 damage plus the 2d6 is 7.
So how much was that?
20.
20?
Yeah. And then Caesar's back up. We'll attack that dude in front of him again. 19, now hit. 21.
Miss. It's a miss. That's a 21 versus your AC, which is a miss, I believe.
Yeah.
Miss. And then a 23 versus your AC.
Hit.
It's gonna be 11 damage. And you have to do another. You're gonna do another Constitution save, or you're gonna take another Strength damage too.
That's 18.
Yeah, it's still a fail. So you take 2 Strength damage.
I cast Magic Circle versus Evil.
Like it? What does that do? Tell me more.
It's a 10-foot radius plus 10 minutes per level. So it's 200 minutes. And it's -2 to AC / saves and additional protection from select alignment.
Alright, so you select Evil, of course.
Yeah. I am ready to attack again, so I can be.
I'll let you use a move action to just be ready. You won't count the
Yeah.
same as a normal ready action, but I'll let you just, hold up your weapon at least. As a move.
And yeah, Caesar's gonna attack again. And it's 29 on the first one. 21 on the next one.
So a hit and a miss, yeah.
16 on that one.
Miss. 20, which is still a miss, and then, yep, all misses. So that time they all missed you guys, so it's back to you two again. You got lucky.
Well, I'm gonna cast Restoration on myself. It says restores level and ability score drains.
Yep.
Restoration cures all temporary ability damage and it restores all points permanently drained from a single ability score.
Cool.
Well, yeah, you can just use that. It'll be fine.
Cool. And then I'm going to ready and attack again. So or just be ready to defense.
Alright. And Caesar?
Caesar's next. Yeah, he's gonna attack that dude again. Hope the best. 17. Okay, good. 32 on the first one.
Hit.
14 on the second.
Miss.
That's 15.
15 damage. Alright, back to the 4 of them. That's gonna be a hit. Not a crit though. Miss. One stumbles. 2 hits, but 1 stumbles. So one of them falls prone as it lunges at you, but 2 of them do hit. 10 damage and 6 damage, so 16 damage total. And you can make a Constitution save. Yep, make a Constitution save or take your poison damage again. So you still have to roll a Constitution save to stop the poison from affecting you. But you only have 6 rounds of it affecting you, and you've done, 3? So you have 3 left until it stops. You can always cast Restoration again, so...
Well,
Alright, so you
19.
take 1 strength damage, so not a lot that time.
Yeah, I'm gonna attack the one that's prone. Well, I got a 28 on the first attack
Hit.
and 23 on the second.
Both hits, so the one that's prone you hit twice.
29 damage on that one.
29. Nice.
Really? That's all? I thought you already had to get it set.
I'm rolling 1d. 2d4s, not 2d6.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't test for it.
Alright, so you hit the one that's down. Caesar go?
And, 36 and
Hit.
27.
Alright, which ones is he hitting?
He's hitting the one that he's been trying to take out this entire time.
Alright, so do your damage on that guy.
27.
That one is smashed to bits. That's all just a pile of bones on the ground now. Caesar smashes one of these devils, bone devils. 3 devils left. All attacking you. It's a miss. That's a natural 20. And that's a 20 non-natural. So a miss. But 1 natural 20 hits, so I get to roll 10. So 18 damage to you.
Minus 5?
And you get to make a constitution. Yep, so 13. You can make a constitution save to avoid the poison.
8.
So you take 4 strength damage that time.
I'm going to cast Throw Animal on Caesar. Murph him up.
Alright, so as your standard action, you cast Grow Animal on Caesar. He grows a size larger, loses some dex, but gains some strength.
Tell Caesar to flank the one that's probably in front of me, the one that was prone.
Yeah. So you go surround the one that was prone.
And it's 27.
Hit.
20 on the second. Not natural.
So miss. Just barely a miss, but miss.
That's just going to be 14 damage.
14 damage on the prone one. Miss. 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 So they all 3 missed you that time.
Yeah, neutralize poison. Sorry, it's under level 4. Immunes or detoxifies subject.
Okay, so you cast it on yourself. And that will cure the poison. Neutral. Bloop, bloop, blop.
Sweet.
You're now no longer being affected by the poison. That was your standard.
Cool. And then, yeah, Caesar's going to flank this dude again. 19. It's like 39 or something for the first one.
That's a hit.
And then 31 for the second.
Both hits.
So, it's 42 damage.
Yowza.
No.
They swing at you and miss, and then another miss, and then a third miss. So right now, you guys have got them flustered. They're swinging and missing all over the place now.
I guess I'm going to cast Shillelagh on myself, and then Caesar will attack again. 34.
Hit.
And 26.
Hit.
35.
35. Damage?
Yeah.
Alright. So this one's unconscious. Not exactly smashed to bits yet, but definitely unconscious and almost dead. Natural 20, though. 2 natural 20s in a row.
Jeez, wow.
So that's 10 plus 11, so 22 plus 8, so 29 plus 8 again, so 37. 37 damage to you, Alec.
Okay. And, okay, so I'll do cure serious wounds. 38. So 27. Yeah, and then Caesar's gonna try to flank the next guy. 31.
Hit.
29.
Hit.
Yeah, 40. 40 damage.
Alright, back to the 2 of them. Miss. And 23 versus your AC.
Nailed it.
Alright, this one's swinging its tail at you again. So 10 damage. I need you to make a fortitude save, then I'll be poisoned again.
25.
Alright, so you're not poisoned.
Now Alex is gonna attack for once. He's gonna attack the one that Caesar's gonna attack. Well, he's gonna flank the one that Caesar's gonna attack. And it's only a 17. And 12.
So 2 misses.
Yeah, okay. So then Caesar will attack that guy from the other side.
Good old Caesar.
So 23
A hit.
and a 28.
Hit. He's being flanked.
37.
Damage.
Yeah.
It's going to be a 19, which is a miss, and 2 19, so 2 misses.
Alex is gonna go for an attack. 31 and 18. So the first one's
Hit and a miss, yeah.
Okay, 17.
17. Alright, the one you hit goes invisible. You sense it's still there, but you no longer see it. And another one misses.
It's like you're fighting reptile.
Yeah. So Caesar has Sin. Could he still be able to smell
You
it?
can roll a perception check to still figure out where it is, yeah.
Smell that stinky bone.
Fuckers are stinky.
Smells like hell. Smells like sulfur.
Okay, he got 22 on perception.
Yeah, Caesar thinks he's able to still swing on where the thing was. It didn't move too far.
Oh, he's gonna go for it. Plus 19. 38 on his first one.
It's a hit.
26 for a second. So 47.
Alright, so that one's out. That one's smashed to bits.
Beat ass.
No one invisible.
It's a 27 versus your AC.
Yeah, I hit it hard.
That's 9 damage to you.
Yeah, then I'll attack 25 and a 24.
Both hits, because I assume you're still flanking him.
Yeah. 38 damage. Sorry.
Yep, gotcha.
Okay, and yeah, Caesar's gonna go for it. That's a hit. 20 unnatural, and then 20 damage.
It's a miss.
All right, going for it again with Alec. 1, it's a hit. 14 damage for Alec.
Alright.
Caesar, natural 1 on his first attack,
Alright, so he stumbles.
and then does he even get a second attack?
He still gets a second attack. He's attacking from the ground now.
Okay, and for his next one, he gets like.
But you haven't moved, so you could like attack once, stand up, and then attack a second time.
Yeah.
That's fine. So he attacks
Cool.
and falls, then stands up for your move, and then attacks again.
Cool. Yeah, so yeah, that's a hit on the second one.
Alright.
That's a 23.
I think it's a hit. It's a miss. So it's back to you guys again.
23, my first. 23. Yeah.
Damage?
Yeah, 23 damage for Alex.
Alright, that one's also unconscious.
Cool.
So you have 2 unconscious, 2 dead.
Yeah, I mean, well, they are evil, but
Smite them.
well, you're in.
And there's a crowd cheering you on.
What?
There's a crowd cheering you on.
Yeah, for the street cred, I tell Caesar, I'm like, do it.
Smash. Alright,
He's gonna do like a Caesar smash on both their heads.
Alright, yeah,
like
you've smashed the rest of these bones into tiny bits, the crowd goes wild. You get 12,800 experience points.
Yeah. That was intense.
Fucking shit up out there.
So the crowd goes wild, loves what Alex done, smashing these guys. They've taken a special interest in you. There are 2 groups taking interest in you. There's a cabal, and a young man with a ponytail also takes special interest in you. And comes to see you after the fight.
Oh, hey, you got that gold back.
So you've got a group of about 10 people from the cabal that want to talk to you, and 1 young man with a ponytail that's seeming to talk to you. Who do you talk to first? What do you do?
Usually I don't trust people with ponytails, but I don't like groups of cabals either. So I'm gonna go with pony. It's not top knot, is it?
No, it's not top knot. Yeah, I mean this guy still seems like kind of an ugly human, but not severely ugly. He's got a long red braided hair, so his ponytail's braided. But yeah, he comes up to you after your fight and notices like your ability in the field of battle, and says he's looking to hire some private guards to help deliver a shipment to Pont Vide. And due to your skill in the ring, he thinks if you want to make a little extra gold, he'd be willing to hire you for this mission. And if it goes well, he says he has some other jobs you might be interested in.
Yeah, can I get any of the details, or do I have to agree to it first?
Yeah, he just says it's one of those delivery missions where they don't tell you what you're delivering, but you're delivering a large crate to Pont Vide. It's going to be launched into a rocket, and they need to ensure safe delivery. They're traveling slow with it because it's very delicate cargo. They just need someone to protect it on the road, and if you're willing to help protect it on the road, there's some other guards that are with you from their organization. They're looking for extra muscle, and you seem like good muscle. You and your dumb friend over there.
Hold on. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I'll do it.
All right, so you sign up. They promise to pay you 1,000 gold each, you and your dumb friend, upon safe delivery of this item. And so you'll meet up. They give you an address to meet up the next day. So if you want to meet up with the crew the next day to deliver this item.
Leave it there.
All right, so we'll say you rest in the inn to get ready for the next day to meet this thing. So you'll pay 5 gold a night, and then I guess we're moving to outer space. Is that where we're going?
Yeah.
Outer space. Regardless, if you guys are in your bunk and you all had new, some of you have new jobs and such, but you guys are just back to another night of the ship. You sleep a night in your dorms. We're gonna wake up the next day to some computer alarms. Let's see who wakes up first. Cersei, you're alerted first. Alright, you were contacted by the computer with a special note that due to your work on the recent zombie problem, you've been assigned to work with several other engineers to deal with the zombie problem, and you'll be now fully briefed on the zombie problem and expected to go to the lab and work on a solution to the zombie problem.
The zombie problem.
You'll be rewarded when the zombie problem is solved.
Alright, well, then I guess I will roll a perception check to wait for, or hope that someone's going through the door, and I'm going to sneak out with them.
Alright.
That's only a 15. Fallen.
And it's early in the morning, and very few people are leaving this early. You might catch one or two people. It's going to require a really high acrobatics or stealth check to sneak out behind them, though. I'm talking like a 20, because there's only one person, not like a group of people that are like rushing out the door at one time.
Alright, well, I'll go for it. Why not? Yeah, I only got like 12, so I'll pay my charge.
You pay your charge, you leave the dorm and go to your lab, where you'll meet with several of the other technicians you worked with before. And they'll inform you that the zombie problem is that the moon, which was once a safe dumping ground for zombie bodies, because they used to experiment with zombies on Earth. And then they, zombies can be trouble because they're basically animals. They are concerned with food. And so they had to relocate the zombies to keep them away from their cities and stuff so it'd be safer to live on Earth. They relocated them to the moon. Now the moon is very full of zombies and zombie mutants that are like this feeding on each other and have evolved strangely. Like I said, mutated. The problem now is Starport's up here in space, but they want to launch missions further out into space to discover new planets, to explore new worlds and strange civilizations, to seek out new planets, all that stuff, right? So they want to do that, but they need a moon base to launch from, because there'll be lower gravity there. They think it'll be easier to launch from the moon. The problem is the moon is completely covered in zombies. So the zombie problem is there are too many zombies on the moon. So the problem that they want you to solve is that.
That's ridiculous.
How do we reduce the number of zombies on the moon to a point where we can build a moon base is the problem that you are working on as an engineer. When this problem is solved, you'll be rewarded. Until then, you're just basically working to solve it. You're just Cersei and her engineer friends. Oh, hello, Cersei, we're so glad to see you again. Oh. They specifically selected you for this job because they're excited to have a hot Samsaran blue big-tittied swamp witch on their engineering team. So these guys specifically selected you to help them, even though, to be honest, roll a sense motive.
Alright.
No, do they not respect you? They only want your body.
What's the modifier?
This is a woman, so she's already sensed their motive.
I know what's going on here.
Can this automatically get like an initiative/perception bonus for women's intuition?
Yeah.
Great.
I got a 21 on sense motive.
Yeah, you also have women's intuition because you're also a woman. And you also sense that these scientists don't take you seriously. They don't respect you. They don't respect you as a woman. They like kind of mocked what you were doing before with this zombie and stuff. So they don't respect you as a scientist. They think you're just a big titty. They just think you're a big titty witch. They want you in the room with them. But they might have some curiosity about your speciality with zombies. But you can definitely tell they don't respect you as a scientist.
Okay. Well, I would like to, as I am walking into the room and whatnot, I am still able to carry my weapon. I've got my scythe. I'm just going to cruise in there, scythe in hand. No tits out. No tits out. I'm not rolling that game yet. And I'm going to roll a badass village intimidation check.
They're going to be like, could you pick up that pen off the floor over there? I dropped something over there.
That's only a 14.
They're not that intimidated by you, but they might be awestruck by your beauty.
Alright,
That's
very
a
well.
nice way to say it.
Alright.
They're really nervous. They are kind of nervous around you. You notice they kind of fumble when you're around and have a hard time explaining things to you.
They don't stand up too often.
No, yeah, they keep their trapper keepers over their laps
Yeah.
all times. You're in the lab with these dudes trying to figure out the zombie problem. You have one zombie subject of study. They've been testing elixirs and potions on the zombies. None have seemed to solve the zombie problem.
Alright. Well, as Cersei, I would not really see it as a zombie problem. I kind of like
exactly. You probably don't see it the same way they do, but that's the way they're describing it. That's the way the computer's describing it. It's still your mission, so.
I'll have an interesting take on the idea. I guess I can try to bring something else to the table.
I'll give you some time to think about it and go to your other shipmates while you ponder on your problem.
Yeah, I guess that seems reasonable.
Alright, so we'll go to Harlock Spachimin, who is now disguised as, what's his name?
Barely Pearson. Or Barely Pearson.
Yeah, so you're now Barely Pearson. Where did you rest last night? Where did you sleep?
I guess in, like, my old bunk.
In Harlock's bunk?
Well, just with, I guess, in that same room with everybody else where we first slept.
So you sleep in Harlock's bunk. The computer contacts you and says, Beerly, computer recognizes you have changed your bunk. What is your reason?
You know, change of pace.
Does not compute. Please explain.
I wanted to sleep somewhere different.
Does not compute. Please explain.
What's wrong, Humpy?
Does not compute. Please explain.
Say something else.
Did. Bitch. Alright, fine. I've got a lead here. I think somebody's impersonating someone here in this area.
Excellent. The computer will sign off on this activity for you as an officer to patrol this bunk. So you are now an assigned officer of this bunk to watch out for criminal activity in this bunk, which may include the clandestine activity that you are alluding to right now, but will also include any other clandestine activity that goes on this bunk. So you are now assigned to watch all the other people that live in this bunk. There are 3 other red shirts that are in this bunk as well, same level as Harlock would have been, but you as Beerly seem to be a higher level red officer. So you're now like
Alright.
yeah. You're that pretty much for this dorm.
I lived with my RA and she threw up on the floor.
Well, you're not that kind of RA.
Yeah, she was like real drunk.
Yeah, you're Star Patrol. So you've been assigned to look out for trouble in this bunk.
Can I ask the computer some like basic questions? Or
Yeah, you can talk to the computer. What do you got?
what would be happen if there was some kind of emergency? Are we all just screwed, or you got, like, escape
Define emergency.
No, so there's no. Is this some Titanic level shit? Like, oh, we don't need those life rafts.
What is the Titanic?
Does not compute.
Does not compute. I have never heard of this Titanic you speak of.
What happens to like all the trash? Are there like trash chutes that just shoot it into space?
What is trash?
Waste is returned to Prime with returning shuttles.
Got it. Thanks, computer.
And just will jettison shit out of it.
Are you trying to like exit the ship? What's happening?
How long does the shapeshift suit last per charge? Hour?
No, I think it continues to last. You stay in that form. Using a charge changes your shape. So until you use a charge, you stay in this form until you use another charge.
Alright, that's fucking baller. Alright, I'll just patrol the day away, I guess.
You mean lay in bed all day and like look around?
Looking for heathens.
Roll me a perception check.
Heathens.
Oh, shit. 11.
You don't see very much. You see like some untidy bunks. You see some people that maybe haven't washed as much as they should have.
Alright, yeah, I'll definitely get on their case about that shit.
Alright, so roll me Intimidate to tell these 2 young guys to take a shower or something.
Clean your bed and clean your balls.
Yeah. Be a good RA, make sure everyone's taking their baths.
What would your mother think?
15.
They will at least kind of sort of straighten up and at least kind of sort of wash up. They'll do it enough to appease you, to get off their back.
Teenagers.
Alright.
Clean your bed and clean your balls, then tune in next time for more Long Distance Dungeons & Dragons Dinner Theater.